This slideshow is going to show you how to weave on a paper plate loom. And I want you to know that word loom means the structure that you weave on. So our paper plate is going to be our loom. That is where we hold our strings. So our paper plate is our loom for this project. I want you to remember that. The strings that are going to be the structural strings, the strings that hold the colored yarn, are called your warp strings. So these strings I've already put on your paper plate looms for you, and you are going to weave on these strings, and these are called the warp strings. All the different colored yarn that you're going to weave with, the actual yarn that you're weaving with, is called the weft strings. So these are the strings that in a back and forth loom would go side to side, and these are the strings that are going to go around in a circle for your weaving. The first thing that you're going to do is pick out your first weft string, hold it out with your arm, and don't get a string that's way too long. So it's a good idea to hold the ball of yarn and then pull your arm out and then cut it about that length. That's a good length to start with. If it's too long, it's going to be really hard to weave with. If it's too short, then you're just going to need to switch your colors quickly. So you're going to need to tie it to the middle, and the first step to tie it to the middle is to put it underneath the knot that's in the middle there. So make sure that you put it between two of those V shapes there, so it's going underneath both of them. Next, you're going to pull those two strings up. I'm showing you with one hand because I had to hold the camera. So you can use two hands to hold those two strings. You're going to make an X with those two strings. So you can do this with two hands. It's a lot easier, but you're going to make an X, so you've got a loop there now. And then you take that little end that was poking out and you push it through the loop. It's the same knot that you do when you tie your shoes, that first knot. So you should know it, but this is a good review. And then you're going to pull. Pull with two hands. I'm just showing you with these pictures because I had one hand to do it with. It's a lot easier to do this with two hands. And when you're done tying it, it should look like this. Tie a second knot. That's going to make it much, much more secure and safer. And then you're going to choose the direction to weave in. So this is a clockwise direction, like a clock. You can also choose to weave in a counterclockwise direction, but you're going to keep going in the spiral, the same direction, around and around for your whole weaving. So make sure it's a direction you're comfortable with. Once you choose your direction, you can draw an arrow to remind yourself of the direction you're going in. You're going to now start to weave, and it's just a simple over-under pattern. And you can see in this picture that the first string is going over near that arrow, then it's going under the next warp string, then it's going over, and then I kind of had stopped. So you continue going around and around, over and under, around and around in a circle. But you want to pull that string every few times. Don't go over, under too fast without pulling that string, because you can get too ahead of yourself, and then that will create some mistakes, and it will get all caught up, and it will be, you'll have to unweave it and reweave it again. So if you pull it every few times, you'll avoid that problem. And you're just going to continue around in a circle, and it will start to grow. And you'll see that where you went over last time, you're going under this time when you go around your second loop. So you just keep on weaving around and around. Remember, you're going to follow that same direction as your arrow. If that first little knot, that string, gets in the way, you can cut it a little shorter. And don't forget to pull the ends. So once you're weaving, it's going to, you can get weaving pretty fast and you can get ahead of yourself. So don't forget to pull. It's a good reminder. You can check, if you lose your place, you can check your last string. So I'm pointing to the last string where it was coming from, and it was going over that warp string. So now I know I need to pull it under that string and then go over, under, over. Just continue the pattern. So anytime you put it down, just check where your last string is coming from and then do the opposite pattern. So if you are done with that color, you can cut your string and leave about 3 or 4 inches of yarn, or you can just keep weaving, but make sure you've got that 3 or 4 inches so that you've got enough room to tie your next string on. So now you're going to come find your next color. You're going to tie it to your last color. You're going to make that X that you start with. Same knot that you tied your middle knot. So you start with an X and then you loop it through. Make a second loop. Put that end through the loop. Push it through. It's a lot easier with 2 hands, by the way. Pull the 2 ends and then double knot it. So tie it 2 or 3 times, not just 1 time. That way it won't come apart. And then you can trim the ends once you've double knotted it. So you can trim those ends a little shorter. Don't trim them too short because it can come unknotted. But that's a good length to aim for. And then you just keep weaving with that new weft string. So you go over, under, continuing around and around. And this red yarn that I'm using is a lot thicker than the first black yarn I was using. So I've gone around, this is, maybe 1.5 times, and you can see that it's going to be a lot faster to weave with the thicker yarn, but the thinner yarn looks a lot more woven, with a lot more detail. So you can choose thick yarn, thin yarn, or both, and that will determine how fast your weaving goes. And don't forget to take a piece of tape and write your name and your class code and stick it to the back. You can cover the name that's already on there, or erase it like I did. I had a pencil name. So we used these last year, so just cover up the last name with a piece of tape with your name and your class code, please. Thank you. And that is how you weave on a plate.